Hi guys, welcome back to Clockwork Noodles, the channel where we talk about anime and all the fun things that I enjoy. Mainly anime and ramen, but sometimes there are unique videos. This month I have got a couple of unique videos for you guys to enjoy. They will be taking form of a slightly different format, which I think you guys might like. I have also just aired the 5th episode of What's in a Design. The last episode of that series was Lucifer from Obey Me. If you are into your otome games, go ahead and check that out. I had a lot of fun working on What's in a Design, and I really hope that series can pick up a bit of popularity. Then I might go back and revive the series. For now, I'm going to leave it as it is. I have a Discord channel for you guys to go head on over and get a notification whenever a video goes up on the channel. That way you will always be informed of whatever fun idea I come up with next. And make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you like what I do or think I have anything of interest coming up for you guys. At some point in the next 3-4 weeks, I will be coming out with my spring anime list where I will be discussing what I plan to watch next spring. There are a lot of animes for spring. So spring looks to be like a very heavy month, and obviously a few of you guys are waiting for me to come back and pick up a certain series. So there's that as well. So lots of things going on. And I also will crown my top 3 of this season. So what 3 animes will make that list? Is it a possibility that Promised Neverland will be on there? So this is an interesting episode. They did indeed decide to do the original route. We are not following the manga. Something happened at the end of this episode. I guess I can talk about it now because you guys have hopefully watched it. Don't watch my videos if you haven't watched the episode yet. That's all I'm going to say, is because I'm going to probably start delving into it quite early on. Is Norman's back. I told you guys, if you've been watching my breakdowns for this series, that I went into a Forbidden Planet a while ago. I saw the most recent volume of Promised Neverland manga, and I picked it up and I was like, oh my god, they're still making it. I'm so excited. I wonder how far they've got. I opened to the page where Norman appeared, and it wasn't obviously like they did it this. I've just noticed that massive difference. I only knew that Norman came back in a different manner than he is in this. If people are angry or upset, and I'm seeing lots of people say that the anime is ruined and it's ruined the manga and stuff, I'm here to discuss with you guys what is in front of us and what we have been given. So we'll be taking it episode by episode. We'll discuss the episodes and we'll decide if the Promised Neverland Season 2 actually makes sense, gives us a coherent story, keeps up the level of tension and suspense, and does a good job as a original telling. Obviously, this isn't the same, and at some point I will have to read the manga properly. We actually get a bit of a cold open. We open into the demon world, and we get to see the demon's world outside, and it's very recognisable. It's recognisable. You know it's a market scene. You've got kids running around, there's food everywhere. Slight differences, like there are children's body parts in jars all over the place. Lots of kids on sale, because that is obviously the main difference between the two. The demons eat the humans, but aside from that, we know they still eat apples. We know they still trade in the same kind of goods. That is the one main difference. We are joining 2 demons this time who are very, very important to this plot of today's episode, who are very short of money. And thanks to them being short of money, we learn from them that there's been another attack on a farm. So somebody is stealing kids, either for food or they are rescuing them. We also learn from them as well that the kids from Graceland are still on the loose. Thanks to them, we learn our biggest, most important fact. We've had a time skip. We are now a year later. We get a visual of a bird flying up towards the sky. Birds generally mean freedom. They are flying free. They are above. They're ascending. This bird is flying upwards. It's a good positive sign. Where we follow some masked demons. I immediately knew were the kids. Hiding, they were in disguise, because we actually linger on a couple of them. We follow these kids up to some old ruins where we reunite with the kids, even though it doesn't really feel like it's been a year, because obviously last time we saw them, they were running through the forest from some mega demon. So we don't actually know how that sequence ended. I'm sure at some point we will cover that. We have reunited with them a year later. They have mastered the art of growing food. They have mastered survival. They are trading their goods. The demons who end up walking in are the older children who are now obviously going out. They are trading food, trying to get some food from the markets. There are a few little differences. It's only really been a year. Emma now is sporting a braid on her left-hand side. The biggest difference for me was this, and this is Anna. This is actually Anna. Anna looks really good without those pigtails. My big question I kept asking this early on was, do the demons not smell them? We see them intermingling, and I think the idea is that they're not getting really close enough, but they have to trade and barter with the sellers. This comes in later. This actually hits really big time. Later on in the episode, this is important, but right now when it's kind of not important, the anime kind of plays it off that the kids are still looking into the broadcast, we're still tuning in. They've been on a run, they've been moving around place to place ever since the attack on the shelter. Throughout the first few episodes we've had, Emma has always been a little bit angry. She's always been doubting herself and she doesn't know if she's done the correct thing. And we also know that she has a habit of shouldering the blame upon her own self, where this time we see it once again. We see the doubting, the blaming, where she blames herself for what's happening right now, dragging them all around. Like, are they being dragged around? Did I do the right thing? What's outside? How do we get more food? All of these worries that are running through her head, whether she worries that the kids are suffering because of her, whether she should have just left them there, whether she's made a correct choice or not. And she also worries about letting them down and whether they can actually save Phil and the others. So we get to see a bit more of Emma's psyche and the breakdown of Emma as a character and how that year has treated her. Now, she's a very different character from when we saw the happy Emma who wanted to escape with the entire house. Slowly, during the first season, kind of became a bit more realistic, decided to only save the ones who could actually walk and fend for themselves. Now we're seeing her again, really casting heavy into that doubt, where we see Ray actually trying his best to console her. And then we cut to a sequence where we see Toma and Lenny trying to beg to join in, come with them, let us join for food. We know something's going to go wrong because they have now teased this scenario twice. Last time they